Imagine waking up each day fully in control of your emotions, no longer a slave to the highs and lows that once dictated your every move. This isn't just a fantasy, it's entirely possible, and this audiobook will show you how. But here's the kicker. Most people never learn to master their emotions, letting them run wild, often leading to stress, unhappiness, and missed opportunities. What if I told you that the secret to success, happiness, and a fulfilling life doesn't lie in your circumstances, but in how you manage your emotional landscape? That's right, emotions are the silent drivers behind every decision you make, and when you learn to harness their power, everything changes. In this audiobook, Take Control of Your Emotions, you'll discover practical, actionable strategies that can turn your emotional chaos into calm, your fears into confidence, and your doubts into determination. We'll dive deep into understanding the real impact emotions have on your personal development and how you can transform them from being your greatest challenge into your greatest asset. It's not just about feeling better, it's about using your emotions as a tool to achieve your goals, cultivate a positive mindset, and live a life of purpose and success. Curious? You should be. Because what you're about to learn could be the difference between living reactively and living intentionally. So are you ready to take the reins of your emotional life and steer yourself toward the success you've always wanted? Let's get started. Emotions hold a profound influence over our daily experiences, often acting as the unseen force driving our decisions, actions, and perceptions. Imagine for a moment waking up in a bad mood. Suddenly, even the smallest inconveniences feel like mountains. Conversely, when in high spirits, challenges become mere stepping stones. This transformative power of emotions is at the heart of personal development, where mastering one's emotional landscape can be the key to turning adversity into opportunity. Emotions are the fuel behind our motivation, the spark that ignites our drive for success, yet they can also be the chains that hold us back. Understanding this dynamic is crucial for personal growth. Think about how many times you've made a decision based purely on how you felt in the moment. Perhaps, in a fit of anger, you've said something you later regretted, or out of sheer excitement, you committed to a project that you weren't fully prepared for. These moments illustrate how emotions can both elevate and derail us, depending on how we manage them. In this context, self-development becomes not just a pursuit of skills and knowledge, but also a journey toward emotional mastery. By learning to harness the power of emotions, we can unlock new levels of self-confidence and resilience. But this isn't just about keeping a stiff upper lip or pretending that negative emotions don't exist. It's about recognizing that emotions are a natural part of the human experience, and that they can be both our greatest allies and our most formidable adversaries. When we begin to view emotions as tools for transformation, rather than obstacles, we open the door to a more positive mindset and a deeper understanding of success habits. And this is where the journey truly begins, for the next step involves exploring the emotional roller coaster that even the most accomplished individuals, like the author of this book, have faced. The author's journey in writing this book was anything but straightforward. It was a roller coaster of emotions that mirrored the very themes explored in the pages. At the outset, the excitement of starting a new project fueled a burst of creativity and motivation. The words flowed effortlessly, each one bringing the author closer to the vision of completing a work that would inspire others. But as time passed, doubts began to creep in, as they often do in any pursuit of personal growth. The initial enthusiasm waned, replaced by the nagging fear that perhaps the book wouldn't resonate, or worse, that it wouldn't be finished at all. These doubts weren't just fleeting thoughts, they became almost paralyzing at times. The author found themselves questioning the value of their work, wondering if they were on the right path. This is a common experience for anyone on a journey of self-development. When the going gets tough, the mind starts playing tricks, making us believe that our efforts might be in vain, but it's precisely in these moments of doubt that the seeds of growth are planted. The author realized that writing this book was not just about sharing knowledge, but about confronting their own fears and insecurities. It became a tool for personal emotional growth, a way to master the very emotions that threaten to derail the project. Through perseverance, the author pushed through the emotional lows, recognizing that these challenges were a necessary part of the creative process. The act of writing became a daily motivation, a way to stay disciplined and focused on the end goal. In this way, the author's journey reflects the broader path of self-development, where success is often a result of pushing through discomfort and staying committed even when it feels easier to give up. And just as the author found strength in the act of writing, the next step is about discovering how to master emotions in our own lives. Mastering emotions is an art that lies at the very core of personal development. It's about understanding that emotions are not fixed states, but rather waves that rise and fall within us. One of the first steps toward emotional mastery is self-awareness, recognizing the emotions as they emerge without becoming too attached to them. This detachment allows one to observe emotions like a wise mentor, understanding that they are temporary and often influenced by external factors. For instance, consider a stressful day at work. Instead of letting that stress take over, one might step back, breathe deeply, and acknowledge the feeling without letting it dictate the rest of the day. This process of emotional mastery is not about suppressing feelings, but about responding to them with intention. Think of it like steering a ship through rough waters. The waves will come, but with a steady hand on the wheel, one can navigate through the storm without being capsized. Developing a positive mindset is crucial here. It's about choosing how to react rather than being controlled by the initial emotional response. For example, when faced with criticism, instead of reacting defensively, one can choose to see it as an opportunity for growth, transforming a potentially negative experience into a learning moment. By cultivating this level of emotional control, individuals can significantly impact their personal growth journey. Emotions, when mastered, become powerful tools for success, enabling one to maintain focus, discipline, and resilience even in the face of challenges. This mastery doesn't happen overnight, but with consistent practice, it becomes a cornerstone of self-development. As one gains control over their emotions, the influence of external factors like societal pressures begins to diminish, paving the way for a more authentic and fulfilled life. And speaking of societal influences, it's essential to explore how our environment and the world around us shape our emotional experiences. Society plays a significant role in shaping our emotions, often in ways we might not immediately recognize. From a young age, we're bombarded with messages about what success looks like, what happiness entails, and how we should measure our worth. Capitalism, with its relentless focus on consumption and achievement, feeds into our egos, creating a constant sense of inadequacy. We're told that more is always better, more money, more possessions, more status. But this pursuit often leaves us feeling empty, as if we're chasing a mirage that only moves further away the closer we get. Personal growth in this context becomes not just about acquiring more, but about redefining what success truly means. These societal pressures can lead to a cycle of unfulfilled desires, where no matter what we achieve, it never seems to be enough. The latest gadget, the perfect body, the dream job, each new acquisition brings only a fleeting sense of satisfaction before the next desire takes its place. This constant striving can make us feel like we're always behind, never quite measuring up to the standards set by society. Yet, true self-development involves breaking free from these external expectations and finding fulfillment within. It's about cultivating a positive mindset that isn't swayed by the latest trends or societal norms, but rather grounded in personal values and authentic desires. Understanding the impact of society on our emotions is crucial for anyone on the path to self-help and personal growth. By recognizing these external influences, we can begin to disentangle our true feelings from the ones imposed upon us. This detachment allows for a more intentional approach to life, where our emotions are guided by inner purpose rather than outer pressure. As we navigate this journey, it's essential to also consider how these societal influences can create cycles of negative emotions, trapping us in patterns that are difficult to break without conscious effort. Negative emotions have a way of creeping into our lives and taking root if we're not careful. They often start small, a single instance of frustration or disappointment, but can quickly grow into a repeating cycle if left unchecked. This cycle is perpetuated by our thoughts, which tend to revisit the same negative experiences over and over again, reinforcing the initial emotion. It's like replaying a bad song on loop. The more we dwell on it, the deeper it becomes ingrained in our psyche. Personal development teaches us that to break this cycle, we must first become aware of these thought patterns and consciously choose to shift our focus. One of the most effective ways to disrupt this cycle is by altering our actions and environment. For instance, if feelings of inadequacy are constantly triggered by social media, it might be time to take a break from those platforms or curate a feed that inspires rather than diminishes. Additionally, changing our daily routines, like incorporating exercise, mindfulness practices, or even small acts of kindness, can help reset our emotional state. When we take control of our actions, we begin to reclaim our power from the negative emotions that previously held us captive. This shift not only improves our mood but also fosters a more positive mindset, which is essential for personal growth. Breaking the cycle of negative emotions is not a one-time fix but an ongoing process. It requires consistent effort and a willingness to confront uncomfortable truths about how we've been living. Yet the rewards are immense: greater self-confidence, improved relationships, and a more fulfilling life. As we continue this journey, it's important to explore practical strategies that can help us regain control over our emotions and maintain the progress we've made. This leads us to the next crucial aspect of emotional mastery: implementing practical strategies for emotional control. When it comes to regaining control over our emotions, practical strategies are indispensable. One of the most effective approaches is to focus on the basics of physical well-being: exercise, nutrition, and sleep. Regular physical activity, for instance, has been shown to release endorphins, the body's natural mood elevators. Whether it's a brisk walk in the morning or a session at the gym, these activities can help dissipate stress and anxiety, replacing them with feelings of accomplishment and positivity. Coupled with a balanced diet and adequate sleep, these habits create a strong foundation for emotional stability, empowering us to face daily challenges with a clearer mind and a calmer heart. Another powerful tool in the arsenal of emotional control is the use of positive affirmations. By consciously choosing to repeat uplifting and empowering statements, we can begin to rewire our brains, gradually replacing negative thought patterns with more constructive ones. For example, starting the day with affirmations like "I am capable of overcoming any obstacle," or "I choose to focus on the good in my life," can set a positive tone that influences our mindset throughout the day. These affirmations work as subtle reminders of our potential for growth and success, reinforcing the self-confidence needed to navigate the ups and downs of life. However, practical strategies don't stop at physical habits and mental exercises. Our environment and the people we surround ourselves with play a crucial role in emotional control. Cultivating a supportive environment, whether at home, work, or in social circles, can make all the difference in maintaining emotional balance. Surrounding oneself with individuals who encourage growth and positivity can act as a buffer against the inevitable stressors of life. As we move forward, it's essential to consider how these environments and relationships impact our emotional state, and this is exactly what the next topic delves into. The environment we live in and the relationships we maintain are like the soil and water to the garden of our emotions. Just as a plant thrives in the right conditions, our emotional well-being is significantly influenced by our surroundings. A cluttered, chaotic space can contribute to feelings of overwhelm and stress, while a clean, organized environment can foster calmness and clarity. In the same way, the people we choose to spend time with have a profound impact on our emotional state. Surrounding ourselves with positive, supportive individuals who encourage our personal development can lift us up, while toxic relationships can drain our energy and self-confidence. Consider how much your mood changes based on who you interact with throughout the day. If you're constantly around people who complain, criticize, or bring negativity into conversations, it's easy to absorb that energy and start seeing the world through a similar lens. On the other hand, spending time with those who inspire and uplift you can have the opposite effect, boosting your motivation and reinforcing a positive mindset. Personal growth is often a reflection of the company we keep, making it essential to choose relationships that align with our goals of self-development and emotional mastery. Creating a supportive environment also means being mindful of the media we consume and the spaces we inhabit. Just as we might curate our social media feeds to focus on positive, growth-oriented content, we can also arrange our physical spaces to reflect our aspirations. Simple changes like adding plants, incorporating calming colors, or creating a dedicated space for reflection and reading can enhance our emotional well-being. As we fine-tune our environment and relationships, we can further explore other elements that influence our emotions, such as the powerful connection between music and mood. Music has a unique ability to tap into our emotions in ways that few other stimuli can. It's no wonder that a favorite song can lift our spirits, while a melancholic melody can bring tears to our eyes. Music acts as a powerful tool for emotional regulation, allowing us to consciously influence our mood and mental state. For instance, listening to an upbeat, energizing playlist in the morning can set a positive tone for the day, helping to boost motivation and productivity. On the other hand, soothing, calming music can be a great way to unwind after a stressful day. helping to ease anxiety and promote relaxation. But the influence of music goes beyond just mood enhancement. It can also serve as a form of self-expression and emotional release. When words fail to capture what we're feeling, a song can articulate our emotions with precision and depth. This makes music an invaluable companion on the journey of personal development, as it provides an outlet for emotions that might otherwise remain unexpressed. By creating specific playlists tailored to different emotional states, one can develop a personal soundtrack for life, using music as a tool to navigate the complexities of the emotional landscape. Incorporating music into daily routines is a simple yet effective strategy for maintaining emotional balance and fostering a positive mindset. Whether it's playing inspiring tunes during a morning workout, listening to calming music during meditation, or simply enjoying a favorite album while relaxing, music can be a constant source of motivation and comfort. As we've explored the various ways to manage and enhance our emotional well-being, it's clear that the journey doesn't end here. There are always more tools and strategies to discover, each one bringing us closer to mastering our emotions and living a more fulfilled life. Now that you've gained these powerful insights into mastering your emotions, the real question is, what will you do with this knowledge? Will you continue letting your emotions control your life? Or will you take the reins and steer yourself toward a brighter, more fulfilled future? Remember, emotions are tools. When used correctly, they can propel you toward success. But if left unchecked, they can hold you back from reaching your full potential. So, I challenge you to start applying these strategies today. Reflect on your emotional triggers, create those mood-boosting playlists, and surround yourself with positive influences. What changes can you make right now to start this transformation? How different would your life look if you were the one in control of your emotions instead of the other way around? The power is in your hands, and it's time to take action. Don't just consume this knowledge, use it to become the best version of yourself. If you're ready to continue this journey of growth and self-development, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. There's so much more to learn, and each step brings you closer to the success and happiness you deserve. Let's keep moving forward together. Your best life is waiting.